Right, okay, welcome to a 8 and 16-bit face-off kerfuffle. I know the title says it's only an 8-bit face-off kerfuffle, but it's going to include a 16-bit version as well. I've realised that there were a lot of games that were released not only on 8 bits but also on 16 bits, so it would be kind of daft not to include these versions in this sort of feature. So this is the very first one. This is Super Cycle, released by Epyx in 1986. I did buy this in disc on the Commodore 64. Now I can't remember if it got a gold medal, but it's certainly got a really good review in Zap. And I've got to say, when I first played it, I wasn't disappointed. I mean, it's a really cracking arcade racing game for the C64. I mean, I looked upon it as pretty much being what Hang-On was in the arcades. Really fast, sounds not bad. Yeah, it's got a bit of a kind of whiny engine sound, but what else could you possibly have? You can see there the speed of the game. I mean, obviously it's using the trickery with a little sort of sprites, but then that's what all racing games are like. Really nice. Different courses as well. I think the only difference between the courses was maybe the background changed and possibly the roadside objects changed, but again, that was pretty much what every single racing game was like. But I mean, it's using sprites there, and although the C64, oops a daisy, although the C64 does boast some nice chunky expanded sprites, they actually look really good in this, and I like the way kind of the little sort of flicker of the sort of light on the back wheel. It gives quite a good impression of speed. So even now, this is still quite an impressive racing game, I think. So that is one I played back in the day. That is the Commodore 64. Right, this one is the Atari ST. Similar music to the C64. Graphics are obviously a bit kind of more detailed, a bit more colour as well. So in my imagination, does that sort of road look slightly narrow? It does look a bit narrow in the C64 one. Maybe not too sure. Oh! Quite a twitchy control. Now again, I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, which really doesn't lend itself particularly well to 8-bit games. 8-bit games were all about a joystick that you held in your hand, whereas a 360 controller analog stick, you're using your thumb, so it is a wee bit kind of too twitchy. I should really plug in a proper joystick when I'm doing these. But graphics are excellent. Yeah, probably the movement, the road is probably a bit more impressive than the C64. Oops, drop down. Aye, okay, so there's they've got different gears. There's middle gear and top gear. One thing that this game does lack is any sound when you overtake another motorbike. A little kind of meow would have been quite nice, but I'm just being extra picky. Yeah, that analog stick is just a bit too sensitive for my liking. I promise when I do another one of these, I will absolutely not use the analog stick. But got to say, this is a super impressive version. Don't believe Hang-On was ever released on home consoles. There was obviously a version released on the Sega Master System, which I think was bundled with it, but I don't think. I know the sequel, Super Hang-On, did get released, but I don't think the original did. So this was basically our version of Hang-On. So that was Atari ST one. Right, next one is the Spectrum one, which you can probably tell. Nice big chunky sprites. Come on, what gear are we in? I'm trying to figure out. I think I'm in top gear. Now this game does, not this particular game, but well, this particular game on every version that I've played so far, it utilises the holding the joystick up the way to accelerate. Now, I'm sure they could have utilised the fire button because it's annoying when you've got to hold it up. I think with this particular game you can, if you take your finger off pushing up, it will kind of hold its speed, but it gradually decreases. So I don't know why they couldn't have utilised the fire button. You know, it seemed to be the sort of control system of choice in driving games on home computers. You had to press it up and hold it, which was always really annoying. So that's a Spectrum one. It's not bad. It kind of lacks speed. Nice detailed graphics, but it's not as quick or as pretty looking as the other ones. Right, this last one is the Amstrad one. Looks quite similar to the C64. Really nice use of colour. Impressive road as well. Really good impression of speed. I would always expect a good version in the Amstrad because you've seen what the Amstrad did with Chase HQ, you know. So yeah, the Amstrad colour palette being used rather nicely here. And it's nice and manoeuvrable. It's quite responsive. Don't crash! Don't crash! Don't crash! I'm going to thrash that gearbox. So anyway, that is it. That is the 4 versions. Spectrum one, it's a decent version. It's a decent version. It's a bit slow for my liking. The Atari ST one is super impressive. It's got better graphics, obviously better colour. The Amstrad one looks really nice. It does look quite similar to C64 though, a bit more colourful. C64 one is a cracking version. That was the one that I did play back in the day. Technically the best version is probably the Atari ST. If you're going to play one, I would almost say play the... I'm kind of debating myself now. Nah, you know what? I'm going to go for the Commodore 64. It was the original version, and as far as I'm concerned, it is the one you need to play. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If there's a game you'd like to see featured in this, please put your comments below. And as always, thank you very much for watching.